Alright, welcome to Goon Squad episode 3, everyone. It's your host... Party invitation, Dylan the Bosch. No. It's your host, OGAnarchy. Coming at you with another video with my guest of honor, Spitfire7. Say hello, Spitfire7.
Hello, everybody.
Make sure to check out his videos and subscribe and like if you like what he sees. If you like what you see here, make sure to like and subscribe to moi. And tell us what you would like to talk about next, or what you would like for us to talk about, and we'd be glad. As long as it's an interesting topic and me and him have different viewpoints on it. Because we're only going to talk about what we believe in. Yeah, let's get started. So right now we're trying to find something to debate about. Something political. So let's see. Max, hit me with your best shot. They say.
Alright, well, we're almost through the immigration issue questions. All of these questions are taken from the isidewith.com polls.
Okay.
So that's where we're getting the questions from. This one is over illegal immigrant detainment. Should local law enforcement be allowed to detain illegal immigrants?
For the one reason that they're illegal? Because I assume that's what it is. It's like, oh, can local law enforcement detain? Because
okay, here's the full question. I wasn't able to see the full question. Should local law enforcement be allowed to detain illegal immigrants for minor crimes and transfer them to federal immigration authorities? So, for example, if an illegal immigrant shoplifts, should a police officer be allowed to detain them and then bring them to a federal officer for more than likely to be deported? Alright, immigration ban. Should there be a temporary ban on all immigration into the United States?
Recite that one more time.
Should there be a temporary ban on all immigration into the United States?
All immigration?
All immigration.
No.
Alright, we agree on that.
That's insane.
Okay, should immigrants be required to pass a citizenship test to demonstrate a basic understanding of our country's language, history, and government?
To do what? What do they have to do?
Should they have to take a should they have to pass a citizenship test in order to demonstrate basic understanding of culture, government, and language?
In order for them to do what?
Become a citizen?
Yeah, my dad had to do that. Something that's already in place.
Should immigrants be required to learn English?
No.
Why not?
This is something we disagree on?
I think if you're going to live inside of the United States where the primary language is English, you should probably make an effort to learn the primary language.
We don't have a legal language. We have like a whatever it's called, but we don't actually have like a national language.
The official language of the United States of America is American English.
It's not a legal language though. Something here where like is English.
Like I've got absolutely nothing wrong with them speaking their native tongue, but should they make any effort at all to learn English if they're going to live in the United States, where say for example 97 to 99% of the population speaks English as their primary language?
I'm trying to find out where I heard of this. The United States does not have an official designated language. A bill known as HR 997, the English Language Unity Act was introduced in 2017 in an attempt to make English the official language. It's a national language, but it's not the official language. Um, no, I don't believe that they should have to speak English. You wanna know why? Because I'm an American. So eat my nuts.
Well, if I moved to France, I would expect to,
That's
I would
different.
expect to have
That's
to learn
different
some
though. You know what
French.
the difference is between France and America, right? We're a melting pot. We're a nation created
Well,
by
you
immigrants.
could say the same about the UK. The UK is also kind of a melting pot. Sure, their population isn't as big as the United States,
The UK is
but you're
10
getting
million years old. That's an overexaggeration, but the UK is definitely more unified as a people than America is. We would have to take hundreds of years to get to the point where UK is.
the UK has had more internal issues than the United States has. The United States also has the longest standing constitution in the entire world, so
Still has nothing to do with how a people as a society interact with each other. The UK, everyone over there has kind of a very like
if
mindset.
you immigrate to like any other country in the world, you would expect to learn their at least,
Uh-huh.
learn some of their primary language, right?
But you're like forgetting it. It's like America is not like any other country in the world because we're American. And that's going to sound stupid, but it is. In America, this country was not made to be like any other country. This country was put together by people that no other country wanted. And it was supposed to be a safe haven for anyone who was kicked out of a country or needed to go anywhere else. And one of the foundations as an American is to allow people to practice their religion, and I believe that constitutes to everything, including your language and your culture, and there shouldn't be any sort of where you have to become uh, assimilated by a culture. And yes, I believe that, you know, in America, you should try to learn English because it's hard to get around. But I don't think it should be necessary forced upon people or law. It should be nothing. It should be how as it is because people that love America and end up staying here for years learn English anyways. The only people that live in America that don't learn English are people that just got here or people that are only staying here temporarily.
Yeah, well, it said immigrants, so assuming that they're trying to gain legal citizenship status, should they be required to learn English?
No, they'll learn it naturally on their own from living here. If they like it here and they stay here, they'll learn English naturally. They don't need to be forced or mandated or told that they have to. It's just more stress on someone who's trying to make a new start for themselves. It's not the American way.
Okay, say if somebody moves into America, they decide they want to stay here, but they decide that they don't want to learn English at all. They have zero communication. They have next to zero communication skills with most of the country.
Okay.
Are you going to understand somebody? So right now, if say, for example, that person moves to Kansas, they try to speak with you, and they're speaking in, I don't know, let's say Swahili. Are you going to understand any of it?
No.
How many people do you think inside of Leavenworth know Swahili?
Less than 50?
All right. Do you think this person is going to go out of their way to find somebody to interpret for them?
No.
All right.
I mean,
Do you think that? Okay, so in order to communicate, essentially have to hire an interpreter every single time they need to communicate with someone.
No. Because you're forgetting that they're human. Humans get frustrated, humans get tired, and they're more likely to go out and actually be like, well, damn, I can't talk to anyone here, and I can't keep affording an interpreter or having my buddy come along, so I should probably learn it myself, and that's the natural way. Because, oh my god, what am I building? Keep going.
Keep in mind, this question isn't setting a time limit on how long it takes for you to learn English. It just says, if you're moving to America and you decide to stay here, you should learn English. That's what the premise of the
No,
question
what you're
is.
saying is they have to be forced or mandated. As in, if you move to America, you need to learn English, and that's the most racist thing I can possibly hear. It's like, oh, it's like just like when my dad got yelled at one time. Is second. When my dad one time was working, some old fucking white bitch was like, my dad was talking to his buddy in Spanish, and the old lady was like, "This is America. We speak English here, so quit speaking your language." My dad was like, "This is America. We can refuse service here, so get out of my restaurant." So, I mean, it's just an
Well,
old racist thing.
no, the question isn't saying should they be forced to speak English. It's should they be required to learn the language, not be forced to speak it.
They should
as
not
their
be
own
required. No one should be required to do anything against their will.
language. Right?
I believe in the American way. Does not include assimilation.
I just sort of stand on the belief that, if you're going to move to a country, you should at least make an attempt to learn the primary language of said country.
Hello, Crazy Bagel. Welcome to the stream.
Oh, hey, Crazy Bagel.
Hey, welcome to the stream.
I can hear you playing the stream back over.
I know. I fixed it.
Okay,
We got 2 watchers now. Oh, I think one of them's me.
yeah, one of them probably is you. Should the United States increase restrictions on its current border security policy? So, like, more guards, basically. More guards, more,
Where? Wait, we
no,
didn't
it's-
finish the
it's
language
just-
thing. Did we agree
Well,
to disagree? I want to fundamentally change what you
WTF
believe.
are you doing? Or going?
Well, fundamentally, I believe that,
We're playing
say, for
Kerbal
example, I
Space
want to move to
Program.
France. Yeah, we're playing Kerbal Space Program.
And
But
I'm just kind of
fundamentally,
jacking around while we're talking.
fundamentally, I believe that, if I'm going to move to France, I should
France
make
is
an attempt to
different
learn
from
French.
America as a country.
I'm just using this as an example.
That you
Like,
can't.
If I move,
I literally won an A+.
WTF is that?
What the fuck is that?
can I finish my example? Can I finish my example?
Well,
please?
no, give me a second. I won an A+ on a test because I actually solved that fundamental thing, comparing United States to France. Because we were talking about the French Revolution in what was his name? One of the smart teachers at Mill Valley. He graduated from an Ivy League college, Mr. You know who I'm talking about. The one who's
Probably,
really
yeah.
smart. He was a sophomore. He was the one that made you do essays for your tests.
Just continue on.
Anyways, and fundamentally, one of the questions was in the essay, why did the U.S. Revolution succeed when the French Revolution didn't succeed? And keep in mind,
Lamar Langston.
This is an Ivy League. Sorry, the text chat's coming in. This is an Ivy League teacher telling me this, or guy that graduated from there. He liked what I said, and I said the reason the French Revolution did not work out and the American Revolution did work out is because here in America you had people with a lot of like mindsets for revolution, because it was a bunch of people that had moved here for the very reason of getting rid of old world values such as kings and queens and monarchies and corrupt governments. And in France you have a bunch of people that for hundreds of years have lived under the same laws, although some may change. These are people that have been together for a long time in a culture, and the amount of immigration they have is not much compared to their actual population. And so everyone who goes in there gets instantly assimilated, because if someone moves there, they're moving there because, oh, the French have been there for thousands of years. I know France. That's why I want to move there, is because I want to be like them. Whereas, so the French Revolution didn't work out because the people that wanted change stayed there and didn't go somewhere else, and so they had to fight loyalists and people that still wanted to keep the old way of life. Whereas
Basically,
in
what
America,
you're saying is that America, it's a creed, it's an ideology, it's not exactly a group of people.
exactly, America, and that's something that a lot of people point. America is an idea, and America is an idea. Is freedom, and it's freedom.
Alright, if I can
Okay, continue.
try to make my point without you cutting me off this time. I'm using France as the example here, I could use any other country. I could use Russia, I could use China, I could use any of the countries. Africa, I could use, I don't know, the UK only really speaks English, but I
It's
could use
Kerbal
Canada,
Space
for example,
Program.
where the primary language is English, but they also have like a lot of French, especially in Quebec. But I moved to another country, I would expect, personally, you know, to learn the language of that country. If I'm going to move there and if I'm going to live there and stay there the rest of my life, I should make an attempt to learn the language of the country.
Exactly. And that is why we don't need to force it upon people. Because you move there, you're already going to want to. Look at you. You already want to. France doesn't have a law.
Why
Maybe
did
they do for
Kylo
immigration.
Ren kill Han Solo?
Why did Kylo Ren kill Han Solo, someone asked. They want us to debate about that. Kylo Ren killed Han Solo in order to try to fulfill what Snoke wanted him to do. But it didn't work out because of Han Solo, how he touched Kylo Ren's face at the end and was so willing to go that it actually, as they say in The Last Jedi, it like, what did they say? It split him to the bone or core or something.
I think it was core.
But, basically, he was upset, Kylo Ren was upset because he was expecting to kill his father, probably with his father fighting him, or his father putting up a fight, or, you know, causing some sort of rage in Kylo, but instead, his father went so peacefully that, he didn't feel the full feeling he thought he would get from killing his father, and instead in the end feels empty and hollow and has a part of him missing that he will never get back because of that. So that's pretty deep.
Yeah, that was. It could have been worded better, but we get the basic idea. Yeah.
It could have been worded better, but I'm pretty tired. I'm playing Kerbal Space Program. I got
Isn't
multiple things on my
Spider-Man a
mind.
bad guy?
Isn't
Yeah.
Spider-Man a bad guy?
Spider-Man?
Yes.
Which comic universe are you talking about?
Yeah, which comic universe are you talking about, Bagel? Also, make sure to like this video if you like what we're doing. It's just talking time.
The black one.
The Black
We're talking-
Spider-Man.
Oh, Venom?
No, when the symbiote is on Spider-Man's actual suit, not Venom though. But yeah, Black Spider-Man, he's not necessarily evil, but the symbiote from space, whatever it takes over or touches, such as, you know, yeah, it touched Venom, the guy that was Venom, Eddie Brock, because he was full of hate and he was very angry and broken inside. But the
Yeah.
symbiote feeds off
Doesn't
like
Bane has venom in him?
Bane uses some sort of symbiote in that juice to make himself really powerful.
He
But
doesn't use a symbiote. It's basically a super steroids.
I'm pretty sure it's some sort made from symbiote though. Oh no, it's not because Bane's a DC character. Bane no. Oh, that's what it is.
So
Bane.
Bane is the black Spider-Man weird.
No, Bane is not the Black Spider-Man. Bane. Oh, he's talking about the new movie. They're making Tom Hardy's playing Venom in the new movie called Venom.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, so that is Venom. Yeah, Venom is bad, and the actor that plays Bane is playing Venom, but it's not the same character. Bane and Venom are two different people in two different universes.
There are actually instances in the comic book universe where Venom is actually kind of a good guy.
Yeah, well, he does. He teams up with Spider-Man and stuff.
Yeah, he starts off as a bad guy and then progressively later ends up becoming a good guy.
But then he kind of turns back to his bad ways with Carnage, but then eventually goes back to good guy. And if I remember correctly, because I've read the comics for Venom, because I like Venom, he finds out he has cancer or something, and the symbiote leaves him because it realizes he has
Didn't
cancer.
Superman killed Captain America?
Yeah, something like that.
And then he ends up he ends up getting cured of his cancer somehow, and the symbiote comes back to him, but then he becomes a good guy, but then he gets old and dies eventually. But what did he say? Didn't Spider-Man kill Captain America? I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure Thanos kills Captain America.
Yeah, Thanos wipes out half the universe.
But then they all come back. Oh, give me a second. My girlfriend's calling me. Max, you want to keep talking to keep a bagel? Uh,
Um, sure. I can't exactly see the
Superman.
questions, but I'll see if I can pull up the live stream.
he said Superman.
Did who kill Superman?
Captain America killed Superman.
I don't think there has been a merger like that where Captain America does kill Superman. I know that Doomsday kills Superman. Um, I'm gonna grab my laptop so that way I can look up the questions myself as they come up. So give me just a moment while I grab my laptop. Alrighty.
KK.
Loading. Oh, didn't Superman kill Captain America? No. No, there hasn't been a crossover in that instance. Not that I'm aware of, at least. So, yeah. I know Thanos, I'm pretty sure, kills Captain America. You might have to look into Civil War, but I think either Tony Stark or Captain America does end up getting killed there. So,
Who your favorite Marvel character?
Alright, so my personal favorite Marvel character, and this is Spitfire 7 speaking right now, but my personal favorite Marvel character is probably, I'd have to say Tony Stark. I really do like Iron Man. I really do like Iron Man.
Gay. I like Black Canary.
Black Canary is pretty awesome. I don't think Iron Man is gay, but thank you very much. But yeah, I think Black Canary is pretty awesome. I'm forgetting exactly who Black Canary is similar to, but I think you're one of the few characters that, like, say, you're one of the few people that I've seen that actually says that they like somebody who isn't like a mainline superhero. So.
Do you like Master Yoda?
Yes, I do like Master Yoda.
Who doesn't like Master freaking Yoda? I'm like the biggest Star Wars fan here. I could talk about Star Wars all day. Who doesn't like Master Yoda? Master Yoda is a wise old nutcase. That's one way of putting it.
That's cool, but my favorite character is Batman.
Batman? Why? Because he's Batman. Where's Harvey Dent? Where is he?
Okay, so while I will admit Batman is pretty badass, most people's only justification for liking Batman is that he's Batman. He would honestly get curb stomped by any real superhero.
Yoda would curb stomp him.
I'm pretty sure I know that I'm probably gonna get a lot of shit for this, but I'm pretty sure Aquaman
Why
could kick
doesn't he
Batman's
kill?
ass.
Why doesn't he kill? I don't know, maybe because his parents were murdered, he doesn't believe in it. I don't know the exact reason.
Yeah. You actually hit the nail on the
His
head. He doesn't
parents
kill
were
because his
killed.
parents were murdered and he doesn't want to,
Yeah, his parents were killed.
his parents were killed. His parents were murdered. Where, that does seem like justification. They actually touch on it really well in
Oh my
Batman Begins, the one with,
Oh my god, man.
what's his face? What?
My game froze,
Oh, your game froze? That sucks.
which is not good. You wanna know why? I gotta stop the stream. Give us a second, Bagel, and I gotta restart this stream because the game froze. Give me a second. Wait, time out. Bagel, do you want us to play something else? Give me a
No.
second. Huh?
Yeah.
What? No, yeah. What do you want us to play? We have Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered, Battlefield 1, Minecraft.
Play something else.
Okay, play something else. Well, I guess since we're talking, Max, and we're playing single player games, I can just play one of my games. Crazy Bagel, I have Minecraft, Kerbal Space Program, Batman the Telltale series, Deus Ex, Mankind Divided, Mad Max, Doom, Battlefront 2, Battlefield 1, Infinite Warfare, Modern Warfare Remastered, Verdun, Hunter Call the Wild, Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, and Hitman. I don't have Call of Duty World War II. Give it a second. Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Battlefront 2.
Alright, I'm gonna restart the stream with Star Wars Battlefront 2. We shall return. Just a second, Bagel.